Hey you! Are you new to this channel? Well, my name is Luke. This is Dymphna's Devotion. And yes, we don't always talk about Saint Dymphna. Usually we talk about Catholic things or we talk about the world through a Catholic perspective, kind of like a Catholic take from Joe McLean. Kind of like that, although this isn't really a news show. So if you want news coverage, well, you can probably tell by now this isn't the channel for that. Every once in a while, we do talk about pop culture. Anyway, today, I'm just going to let you know who Saint Dymphna is, in case you haven't watched my hour-long first video where I talk about Saint Dymphna. That's okay. You know, you might be brand new to this channel. You might have seen a short or two. And, well, I'm going to talk about some Saint Dymphna fun facts out of this novena and prayer book that you can find at, well, pretty much any Catholic bookstore or online. You could probably get this for, how much did I get this for again? But $3, maybe less than, if that, at a Catholic bookstore. Well, I got this, it was Holy Hill. That's right, I got this at Holy Hill Basilica. Saint Dymphna was born in the 7th century, allegedly, when Ireland was almost universally Catholic. There were some Druids there, though. Yet her father, a chieftain, was a pagan. He was a man of great wealth and power. Her mother was of noble descent and a devout Christian. Dymphna was a sweet and attractive girl. When she was 14, her mother died, and her father was afflicted with a mental illness brought on by his grief. Her father sent messengers all throughout Ireland to find a replacement for his wife to fill the void in his life. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Anyway, their search was fruitless. They then suggested he marry Dymphna because of her resemblance to her mother. Eeks, creepy. Under the stress of mental illness her father was suffering from, he was willing to follow this scandalous proposal. Dymphna was filled with disgust over the idea and dedicated herself to a life of virginity. She had already taken the vows. She was already married to Christ. Dymphna, her priest, and 2 friends decided to flee the country from her father. They went by boat and landed in Belgium, where some hospitable villagers received them in their home. Her father was very angry at her disappearance and eventually tracked them down. It was a trail of gold that he followed. He tried to persuade her to come back, but her priest, Garibern, rebuked him for his wicked proposals. God bless him. God bless his soul. Her father then had the priest beheaded and again asked his daughter to return. She again refused. She wanted absolutely none of that. She refused him, thus infuriating him to the point that he then beheaded her in a blind rage. She was only 15 years old when she died and was buried in a pure white tomb in a cave. And that was Geel, Belgium. I don't think it mentioned anywhere that she fled to Geel, Belgium to get away from her father. That's a very important part of the story. By the way, she's canonized because many people with mental illnesses that rested, I think it was in her burial site or near her burial site or on her burial site, received miraculous healings. So investigations were made about, what was it again? 600 or so years later, and she was eventually discovered by the Vatican and thus canonized. We assume she was a redhead. We don't know for sure. She could have been blonde. She could have been a brunette. Feast day, May 15th. It is still May 15th. I've seen some people try to change it to May 30th, but I don't think that's catching on. You could Google it right now. You're still going to find May 15th. Name meaning, Little Fawn. So Dymphna means Little Fawn. And she is the Lily of Eiru. That's her subtitle, I believe. Patron saint of mental illness, chastity, virginity, I think also families as well. Healthcare workers, martyrs, and epilepsy. So, Saint Dymphna, ora pro nobis. Thank you. That is all for today. It's just a short little fun fact video of Saint Dymphna. Ciao for now. God bless and Ave Maria.